Hey everyone, my name is Savannah. Um, I'm here to talk about the I Can Only Imagine movie. It's a very awesome movie. If you have not seen it, it's a really good movie. I highly recommend it. It I'm not gonna give it away because if you guys have not seen it, you should see it. Like it really it will bring you in tears. I could say that much. And it gives you like I don't even know how to explain. I don't know how to explain it. It's a really awesome movie. Um, you know, it has a lot of meaning to me. Um, that's all I have. I for that. If you have not seen it, you should go you should go and check it out and watch it because it is a really awesome Christian movie. You know, when it first came out, I was like, I have watched so many movies that are Christian. I've watched like all the movies that you could think of, like Fireproof, War Room, Courageous, and all of those movies. And my top, I can honestly say this, as being a Christian, I can honestly say my number one movie is I Can Only Imagine, because like I can relate to that movie. I'm not gonna go into details, but I can relate to that movie. Um, like I said, I'm not gonna go into full details about that movie, but that movie is really an awesome movie. You guys should go check that movie out. Um, I love that movie. That is the most wonderfulest movie ever. If you have not checked it out, go check it out. It could actually save your life. If you're not, if you're not a born again Christian, you could be born again. That movie can actually change somebody's life. And that movie could save your family's life. It will, if you have a family member that is not right with God, you know, you can take them to go see it, and I guarantee you by the end of that movie, they will be crying out, God, God, I need you. I want you in my life. That's how powerful that movie is. That movie is a strong and powerful. It is so powerful that you need tissues. You need tissues in your lap. You need tissues in your hands, because that movie is so powerful. And the there's so many with that movie, like with it being in theaters and stuff like that. Um with that movie, I had a lot of distractions, like five times. I watched that movie like 5 times, guys. And there was so many distractions. It was like my phone would ring when the first time when I actually got to actually watch the movie. It was like a distraction. It was like every time I would try to watch the movie, it was like a distraction. It was like I guarantee you this. If it was like the enemy trying to stop me from watching it. You know what I mean? And like the second time, like I tried watching it, it was like the same thing that happened to me. Like finally, like after the fifth time, I was like, look, I am turning my phone off or on vibrate or silent, and I'm gonna watch this movie, the full thing. And like that movie, like I really sat down and watched it full, and that movie like opened my eyes, you know, to show me like God is real. God has a plan. God is real. You know, and like I never ever thought, you know, being that the song I Can Only Imagine, like I Can Only Imagine, the song, like how the song goes, I can only imagine what my eyes would see when your face is upon me. Like I never got the meaning of that song until I actually watched the movie full through. And like to this day, I can actually keep watching it and watching it and watching it and watching it. Like I can watch the movie 1,000 times. That is how much, like, I am in love with that movie, but I am also in love with God. Like, that is the full, like, the whole purpose of that movie. It's like, I fell in love with that movie, but I also felt, like, in love with more with God. Like, I, like, not to, like, change, like, off topic or anything, but, like, there's times, like, where I get into that moment, like, oh, I'm not good enough, or no, oh, I'm not worthy enough, or oh, I make mistakes, or oh, I do this, or I do that, or I push back for myself. Like, I back myself up, and I push my back, like I push myself back, like I take a step back, and I don't look forward, you know what I mean? Like I don't look where I'm going sometimes, like things just like clash, like they don't work out, you know what I mean? Like I don't look forward like I'm supposed to, and there was a moment here about almost a month ago, or over a month ago, like at my job, you know, like I had to switch jobs because like there was an incident that happened, you know, and I had to like quit. Like I had gotten like a bad thing that on me, and I had to ask God, is this the right thing to do, or is this the wrong thing to do? Like I had problems to where I was like, okay, is this the right thing to do, or is this the wrong thing to do? Should I not go here anymore? Should I not be here anymore, or should I just like quit? So like long story short is like I ended up giving my 2 weeks notice, and I ended up like leaving, you know, and you know, things don't work out the way that you want them to work out, right? So I ended up quitting, and you know, it takes time to like look for jobs and look for jobs and look for jobs, because you know, like sometimes you're in that I don't know how you would say it, but you're in that stage where you're like, oh no, like how am I gonna pay your rent? How is my finances gonna work out? How am I gonna do this? How am I gonna pay for this? Or I'm gonna do this, you know? And like I was stressing out. So like I have all this stuff in my head, and like the devil was trying to attack me in so many ways, you know, and like I had gotten a hold of my um, my my case manager or my caseworker or whatever, and I was like, look, um, like I had quit my job, and I got like a hold of my worker, and he was like, look, your old job that you used to have, wants to talk to you. So like I was praying, I was kept continuing praying. I'm like, look, God, if this is the right thing, they will hire me back. If it's not the right thing, it will it's not up to me, it's up to you, God. Whatever you want, it will happen, So like I always truly believe in, if one door closes, another one opens. God will close one door for another one to open. And that's what God did to me. This is a testimony of faith. How faith can work. How God can work in your life. God worked in my life where He closed that door to where I used to work, and I had gotten fired from an old job, and God allowed me. God had answered my prayers to allow me to go back to my old job that I used to go to, that I used to work at years ago. Years ago. God allowed me to go back there and work. And I am working there right now. Today is my second day, and I am very blessed, beyond blessed, that God allowed me to work, that God allowed me to be where I am today, that God allowed me to open that door. God opened that door to allow me to go back. God allowed me to move forward. God allowed that to open for me, because otherwise I didn't know what I was going to do. Like, God allowed it to happen. God allowed it for it to happen the way it was going to happen. God allowed that. Did I know that it was going to happen like that? Of course not, because I didn't know. I didn't know that God was going to do that for me. I always think negative. I'm like that type of person, like, oh God, what am I going to do? What am I going to do? Oh gosh, God, I don't know what I'm going to do. But God allowed that to happen for me. And I am very blessed, beyond very blessed, that God allowed that to happen for me. And I'm very blessed that I got to go back to my old job. That I am very blessed that God, He allowed me to be where I am today. I have that opportunity to go and work and actually work in peace. I am very blessed that I can actually go and work and have peace in my life, where I can actually go and be where I am. I don't have to sit there and be like, oh, what am I gonna do? Am I gonna have troubles? Am I gonna have this terrible thing where I'm gonna end up getting in trouble? And am I gonna have that fear? Am I gonna get in trouble? Am I gonna do this or I'm gonna do that? God is a powerful God. He allows me to have open doors. He opens doors for me. I'm very blessed. I live alone. I have health issues that gives me problems sometimes, but God takes care of me no matter what. Sometimes I feel like I get overwhelmed sometimes. I don't know if that makes sense to you guys, but it puts me to where I cry sometimes, because and I hope I don't cry on here, but it gets me like to where I feel like emotional, because sometimes I just don't understand why like things happen for a reason. But God always has a plan and always has his reasons why. And God, he allows me to be who I am today. And God always shows right from wrong. God always has, he shows the way things are supposed to work out. God, he's a good God. He takes care of me and he takes care of you guys. God is always going to be there for you guys. He's always there for me. He will always be there for you guys, no matter what circumstances. God knows that we're not all perfect. None of us are perfect except for him. We may have downfalls, but there is only one alternative. Alternative is if we fall back or we backslide or whatever, repent and ask God for forgiveness. I'm gonna cut this short, because I have wild dogs. But think positive. Think positive. Never think you're not good enough, because God is always by your side. He will always be with you. He's always with you, no matter what circumstances, no matter what is going on in your life, what is wrong. But God is always there for you guys, no matter what. Jesus loves you guys. I love you guys, no matter what. And that's it. Bye. God loves you guys. Bye.